Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Saturday, February 19th slate of college basketball slash all-star festivities. So let's go ahead and dive into it. We actually had a pretty good day yesterday, but before we do recap that, we on the channel itself, when it comes to the views for the college basketball game, we did actually do pretty solid on the views and like the engagement and stuff from you guys. So if you guys do want to see more college videos, I can definitely try to figure something out. I am mostly an NBA kind of guy. I definitely profit the most, especially if you just look at the record. I do profit most from NBA, but if you guys are interested, we can definitely try to get some college basketball going as well. But before we do any further with that, I did just want to go ahead and say at the time of recording this video, we are just over 100 subscribers away from 4,000. And once we do hit 4,000, we will be doing a $4,000 parlay giveaway. If you guys are new, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Also, shout out to our members. I will go ahead and have my editor flash them up on the screen. Thank you guys so much for all the support and everything that you guys do show on such a small channel. It truly does mean more than you guys will ever know. So thank you guys so much for that. So let's go ahead and recap as of yesterday. We ended up having a 2-in-1 day. We did have Maryland minus 1.5 versus Nebraska. That one does end up cashing. Then we had Cleveland State minus 6.5 versus Milwaukee. That one also cashes pretty easily, actually. And then Butler plus 9 versus St. John's was an absolute mistake. It was an absolute trap line. And I know a lot of people were on this, so Vegas won a lot of money from that one, that's for sure. But we'll go ahead and dive into today's plays. I'm super excited about this slate. I think we have a pretty full slate of college basketball, and so I'm excited to watch some of it. But let's go ahead and dive into it. Our first play of the day, Washington plus 17 versus UCLA minus 110 odds. Washington has actually been really, really solid recently, especially when it comes to covering. They have covered in 2 of their last 3, 5 of their last 7, and 8 of their last 11 games. So they have been just they've just been, in general, a really solid team. And Washington, following a loss, which they did have recently, they are 7-2 against the spread. So they're really good at, those revenge type games. They really take it to heart whenever they do end up losing. And I think that they're going to do that again against a ranked opponent here. And as a road team this year, Washington is 5-3 on the road. So really solid road team. Obviously, they are traveling to UCLA. And so I think that we see a little bit of value there. And obviously, UCLA has been really solid this year. They are a ranked team. And versus ranked teams this year, Washington is 2-1 against the spread, covering the spread in 67% of them. So I will definitely be taking my odds on that. And UCLA, I know that they've been winning a lot of games, but they haven't necessarily been the greatest cover team. They are 11-11-1 against the spread all season long. So it's kind of a coin flip of if they're going to cover or not. And I think that this is a pretty tough situation for them, for the UCLA here. So that is going to be our first play of the day. Washington plus 17 versus UCLA minus 110 odds. Our next play of the day is going to be Illinois minus 1 versus Michigan State minus 110 odds. Now, I know this one is probably more of a homer pick than anything, but realistically, we do have a couple good stats to really back it up. This is a great bounce back spot for Illinois. Last game versus Michigan State, just in general, they ended up winning by just 1. And so I think that they are due for a pretty big game here. I think that obviously they lost pretty bad in their last game versus Rutgers. So I think that they're going to be looking to absolutely, play a great game of basketball. So I think that they can get it done against this Michigan State team. And Michigan State, they have not been very good at covering the spread recently. They have only covered in just 1 of their last 5 games. And at home this year, it's kind of a coin flip. They are 6-6 against the spread at home this year. And versus ranked opponents, which obviously Illinois is a ranked opponent, Michigan State is just 3-3 against the spread, so it's kind of a coin flip there as well. So I'm going to be taking my odds here. I think that Illinois is due for a bounce back spot, especially after getting it absolutely handed to them by Rutgers. So I think that they are due for a pretty big game here. So that's our second play of the game. Illinois -1 versus Michigan State -110 odds. Our third and final play of the day before we hop into the NBA bets is going to be Arkansas -2.5 versus Tennessee -110 odds. Arkansas, they've been tremendous recently. They have actually covered in 7 straight games, and they have covered in 10 of their last 11. So they are a very sneaky, solid team this year, and I think that they're going to be continuing this trend. As a home team this year, Arkansas is 9-6 against the spread, so very, very solid at home this year. And versus ranked teams, Arkansas has covered 100% of the time. They're 2-0 versus ranked teams this year, and obviously Tennessee's been solid. I think they're 16th as of right now. I didn't really look, but I just know that they are ranked. And Tennessee this year, despite them being really solid, as an underdog, they're 2-3 against the spread. So I'm taking my odds here. So that's our third and final play. Arkansas -2.5 versus Tennessee -110 odds. Now, I'm not going to be betting on the skills challenge just because they're doing it pretty weird with like the team thing, and I got to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of it. So I don't know. I'm just going to be enjoying the game, enjoying it for that one. Yeah, it's strange. It's very weird, and I got to be honest, I'm just not a huge fan. So, but the 3-point contest and the dunk contest, I am going to be picking one here. So, for the 3-point contest, we are taking Luke Kennard plus 450 odds. Now, this one was just, I mean, obviously he's been a tremendous 3-point shooter this year, but he has been red hot recently in the NBA. He's been absolutely on fire. But if you think about it, a lot of the other guys that are playing in the 3-point, or like going to be competing in the 3-point contest, they are great shooters, but a lot of them are more off the dribble. And I feel like Luke Kennard is going to be a very good off the rack type shooter. I feel like, he's one of those guys that like would kind of be practicing off of a rack, whereas like guys like CJ McCollum or like even like Trae Young, a lot of those guys are going to be practicing like, off the dribble. So I feel like it's just a feeling, it's just a hunch. I'm going to be putting a half unit on Luke Kennard plus 450 odds. And then the dunk contest. We do have the dunk contest. I believe the contestants are Jalen Green, Obi Toppin, Cole Anthony, and oh no, I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank on the fourth one. But regardless, we are going to be taking Cole Anthony plus 300 odds to win the dunk contest. Now, this one is mostly just because, I mean, he's kind of a smaller guy, right? So, like, anything that he does is going to be elevated even further, and it's going to be just even more exciting. Like, if you look at it, like, back whenever, I know he's not nearly as short as Nate Robinson, but I'm just saying, just for the context of this, he's kind of a smaller guy. And so, like, back whenever Nate Robinson was in the dunk contest, anything that he did, it was like, oh my gosh, it was just so exciting to watch Nate Robinson dunk just because of how he was like a lot smaller than the other guys. And I think that's going to be a similar situation here. And I think Cole Anthony is going to be able to do it. He's been fantastic. Like, he's been throwing down some pretty crazy dunks. I've seen a couple like clips and stuff that he is able to throw down some dunk contest style dunks. So I'm excited for the dunk contest, and I think that's going to be our winner. Cole Anthony plus 300 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we're on the road to 4,000. Once we do hit it, we'll be doing a $4,000 parlay giveaway. So make sure that you guys are in tune for that. So, but for now, this is King Center signing out. Peace.